Alright, hey guys, I'm Arnold, and today we're going to be looking at the upcoming lightweight bout between Frankie Edgar and Jeremy Stephens at UFC 205. Now, this is a pretty important matchup for both men. Stephens getting a chance at showing the world he's there and he's relevant, and he is a potential contender for the title, which unfortunately for him has never been an opportunity in his career because he always seems to fall short against the top level competition. Uh, and Edgar, on the other hand, coming off the interim title bout against Aldo, losing the decision to Aldo again in a pretty one-sided fight in my view, but that tells us more about Aldo's exquisite technique and understanding of the game rather than exposing Edgar or anything. Edgar moves well, strikes well, he's constantly working, he cuts good angles, and he really has a good sense of how to attack and bring his opponent's attention above the waistline and the guard up and then shooting for their hips. Yeah, his ability to twin together the wrestling and striking, and then once it's on the ground, positional control, mauling guys on the ground. Best example in recent memory is him and Cub Swanson. Just 5 rounds of, well, essentially 5 entire rounds of him dominating on the ground, finishing with sort of a neck crank choke. And Stephens not known as anything special on the mat. Of course, absolutely dominated on the ground by Charles Oliveira, who Edgar managed to beat pretty decisively. Oliveira is one of those guys who always wants to fight on the ground, keeping his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background. And that was too much for Stephens, but not nearly enough to frustrate or control Edgar at all. So that's something to keep in mind going into this bout. And Stephens, he has the long string on his record of knockouts, vicious knockouts, and in my personal opinion, a bit too overly aggressive, some of them. Beating on guys that are clearly knocked out, but who am I to criticize? Anyway, so knowing these couple of things, then I predict that Stephens is gonna come in sort of looking to cut angles and keep it on the feet and just one clip knockout. Edgar counts a lot on his power, but that being said, if you're swinging at air with a lot of power, then that's going to drain you pretty quickly. And they are fighting for 3 rounds, and my prediction is that Edgar is going to be moving too well to be taking these shots. He has taken severe shots at the weight class above where he used to hold the title, and so even if they do land, I believe he's gonna find a way through it, tough through it somehow, and other than that, just boils down to his movement, cutting angles, controlling the pace, putting pressure on Stephens, and probably even in the first round already start feeling out the wrestling, and sooner or later take Stephens down, and he'd be the favorite in my book to control on the ground and pound away instead of Stephens immediately squaring his hips away and getting up. So I predict that Edgar is going to take the decision in a 3-round fight, and I think he's going to win every round with his versatility in the game. I think he's just a I just think no matter how you look at it, it's he's just the better fighter. He has way more ways of winning and outclassing Stephens, where Stephens wants most definitely to keep it on the feet and knock Edgar out, and him and his team will be perfectly aware of that. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and thanks for watching.